Alright, YouTube. So, what we're doing today is I have my phone with a spectrograph app on it. I don't know if you can see this or not. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this app with my phone and we're going to measure where the ugly notes are, aka your drone. Because I may have an idea about the drone that's starting to develop in the truck. I'm thinking J-pipe, do some calculations, try to cancel that specific frequency out, and we'll see how it is. This exhaust has been in the truck now for almost a year with no changes, no resonators added. And the muffler is starting to say what? Wear in?
Yeah,
Burn in?
wearing. Yeah.
And it's picked up just a bit of drone at certain RPMs. So I'm gonna put this by my head up here on the seat, and we're gonna measure this because I want this as close to my ear as possible.
Oh, the fun part.
As close to my ear as possible to get a more accurate measurement. Just like that. So I'm gonna start the truck, let it warm up for a minute or so. Turn that off. Turn the radio off because I don't want no other frequencies or sound messing with this. And we're gonna go for a drive. Up the road real quick, get up the highway speed, get it in those ranges where it typically will drone at. And we'll measure the peaks. Right now on a cold start, the peak is at 62 hertz. But I do know when we're driving, it's probably going to get up around 100 hertz.
Well, we actually tested this earlier. What are we at when we speak?
Oh, like normal speaking,
Yeah.
between 2 and 500 hertz.
Yeah. So.
But that's going off my cell phone's mic, and who's to say how accurate that is? But if we can tamp down the drone, even using a cell phone app that's free, and I'll post what that app is because I don't remember off the top of my head. Then, yeah. It's starting to drop down to about into the 50s. So I'll reset this and then we'll go for a drive and see where our peaks are at. typically want to cut drone where you're cruising at. So we're sitting about 85 hertz.
Yeah.
So 85 hertz at 1800 RPM, 70 mile an hour.
It's not doing as bad as... The drone isn't as bad as we thought it was.
If I do a J-pipe, it'll be a tiny one, from what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do a full wave. Full wave would be huge. Half wave J-pipe tends to amplify frequencies. So if there's a frequency that's low and I want to bring those sounds up, you do a half wave because they amplify. Quarter wave cancels each other out.
Yeah.
So it'd be quarter the length of a full wave resonator. So all in all, this exhaust with no resonators in it actually does quite well. It's just a very small touch of drone there, cruising at about 85 hertz.
Yeah.
And I stuck it in my seat so that I could isolate my phone from anything hard in the truck, because that'll throw it off.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Honestly, it's not noticeable.
Because
When we have the radio going and all of that, it's... Honestly, I'm listening to the music and the music loud, so you don't really hear the drone. At least I don't. So, if nothing was happening,
a lot of people confuse engine load with drone. You can hear the exhaust, but that doesn't mean it's drone. Drone is the frequency at which everything is resonating at. Hence, as I measured there, 85 decibels is the ugly spot.
and honestly,
And it's not even really all that noticeable unless you're really paying attention to it.
yeah, 85 hertz. It's like 20.
So it's like a real bassy kind of drone.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, unless you're trying to notice it, you're not gonna.
And honestly, when people talk about drone, those are the frequencies that are the ugliest, that tend to stand out, or your real deep bassy notes. A lot of your higher notes tend to be more pleasurable to the ear. So I'll run some math and see how big of a J-pipe I need to do.
Or to make it higher pitched.
Well, to cancel that 85 hertz out.
Okay.
There's a whole equation that you got to do, and it involves the hertz. You got to take into account the pulses per revolution. So this is a V6, so you have 3 pulses per revolution. You got to take...
Here I'm thinking we're 15 years out of high school and we have to do math.
I know, right? The one time math is actually useful. But to be fair, I did a little math building the equal link setup anyway, so... Whereas that was simple measurements, reducing drone would be actual math. Now, I will say this. The equal link setup did drastically reduce the drone from when I had the MBRP. And the MBRP muffler was larger. It was longer and bigger around than the Vibrant. And that thing droned bad.
Yawn.
So, yeah, you gotta take the speed of sound, and it varies by the exhaust temperature. When the exhaust is hot, it moves, the speed of sound is faster.
I just can't believe we have to use math.
Oh, don't worry, there's calculators online that you could do, and you punch all that in.
Okay, good.
And it'll tell you how long the sound wave is at 85 hertz. Then you take that sound wave and see if you're going with a quarter resonator. You take the length of that sound wave and you divide it by a quarter, and it tells you how long your pipe has to be.
Okay, good, because, like I said, we're 15 years out of high school, and I ain't doing math.
So anyway, we'll get on this more after work or whatever. So we'll catch you guys later on another part of this, and we'll do some math, and I'll see about getting some piping and a hole saw. I might run a 2-inch J pipe. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later.